Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the LR Tech Goku and Gohan. Because this LR is approaching a year old, because of course they were the Part 2 LR of the previous year's Golden Week celebration. And of course we're approaching Golden Week again. And for almost being a year old, they are still very, very good. They could have a ton of attack and defense on Super. So after you Super with them, defensively and offensively, they're going to look really, really good. They got a lot of crits and additionals built in, so just overall, a very good unit. And I think even in most difficult content today, they're going to perform very, very well, considering they're, almost a year old. So before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation, we are going to have 6 out of 7 links, and we do also have some support from the Xeno Goku. So just a very good rotation overall. And start of turn, alright, 172k defense. So a pretty bad start of turn defensive stat. I mean, there's really no getting around that, right? But as I said earlier, they do get a lot of attack and defense on Super. So they get 30% attack and defense on their 18 key, and then they get 30% defense on their 12 key, which they do have built-in additionals. So that 30% on their 12 key is going to be very beneficial. They get 58% defense when just performing a Super, and then they get an additional 58% defense if it's an Ultra Super attack. And then they also get attack and defense plus 5% and some crit chance per key sphere obtained. So just a lot of attack and defense going on. Most of their stats are going to come from supering or from collecting key spheres. So, actually kind of a bad opening rotation in terms of key spheres. We're only going to be able to get 4. Okay, well, I guess it'll be okay, because I do want to showcase a rotation maybe with a little bit of less key spheres, so we get to see how they're looking on a rotation like this, because only being able to get like 3, 4, amount of key spheres is pretty common, right? You're not always going to be getting 6, 7, 8 to where they're going to be looking pretty good. So I'll keep this in the video. We'll get to see how they're looking with, 4 key spheres. So unfortunately, I don't think we have the guaranteed additional super, because I don't think we were at a 20 key super. Yeah, we're not. We're at a 19 key super, so 1 key off. Very close, but unfortunately not there. And we did get the 4 key spheres, so we have a 20% chance to crit, because he does get 5 crit chance per key sphere obtained. So we are at basically a 9 million attack stat with a 20% chance to crit. Okay, so with damage, we're looking really good, especially because we got the crit for 7.5 million damage. So, okay, yeah, offensively, we were looking really crazy on that rotation, but defensively, I mean, little wonky, because unfortunately, again, we didn't get that many key spheres, so we didn't get the guaranteed additional super, and just kind of a wonky turn, because as we saw, start of turn, defensively, this guy's not going to be good, right? I mean, a big issue with him is if you get locked in slot 1, and if you're taking any attacks before you super, you're just going to get destroyed from basically any red zone event, or, Cell Max, or anything like that. Any remotely difficult event will just destroy this guy, turn him into pieces, right? Or if you get sealed with him, because if you get sealed with him, you're missing out on the super. And as we established, a lot of that defense comes on Super. So a big issue with him would be getting locked or sealed. But as long as, you don't get locked or sealed, and you can throw this guy in slot 2, get at least maybe like 5 key spheres with him. Because with 5 key spheres, you'll get, 25% attack and defense. And then also a 25% chance to crit. And then with 5 key spheres, you should be at 20 key. Because you got to keep in mind this guy gets an extra key per key sphere obtained. So 5 key spheres is like 10 key. So that will most likely get you to a 20 key super. So I think 5 key spheres is a realistic amount of key spheres to get. And that's kind of the baseline for them to look like really impressive. But all right, right here we are at 137k defense. So pretty solid. We do have a lot of links active, but of course we get a lot of attack and defense when we collect the key spheres. And I did bring the God Goku to Rainbow Orb change. So a much better turn just in terms of key spheres. We got full 24 key. We jump up to 172k defense. So that still isn't anything too crazy, but because we get the 30% on our 18 key, so that's going to put us at like, a little over 200k, like 220k defense. And then we get another 30% from the guaranteed additional we have right here, because we are at 20 key. So then that would put us at like around 300k defense. And then we get 58% defense from performing a super. So then that would put us at almost 500k defense. And then we get another 58%. So then that would put us well over like 600. So basically we're approaching 700k defense right here, right? So approaching 700k defense, and we have, well, we got 8 key spheres, right? So we've got a 40% chance to crit, I'm pretty sure. And then we got an additional 40% attack and defense from that. So 40% chance to crit, a guaranteed additional. Well, actually, we took a lot of damage from that super, and we got our defense lowered as well. It's the thing I hate about this phase of the Legendary Vegeta event. But a 9.1 million attacks that with, once again, a 40% chance to crit, which we did not get, but we have the additional right here. Hopefully this can crit so we can just see it, right? I mean, because the crits are going to be really nice. I mean, he's tech as well, so he just has the base 5 crit. So getting crits off with this guy is going to be pretty common. And because of that, I think it's pretty fair to say you should go full additionals with him. Or maybe even some dodge if you want, because as I said earlier, if you get locked in slot 1, dodge is probably your only hope, right? I mean, there's no way you're going to survive other than if you're just dodging everything, because defensively, you know, start of turn, this guy's he's gonna get destroyed. I mean, 170k defense, I mean, hell, we'll say for argument's sake, he's at 200k defense start of turn. That's just not enough, right? That's just nowhere near enough to tank in slot 1, which is okay, because he is a Goku and Gohan, so he's on a lot of really good teams that do already have good slot 1 options. I mean, you know, Goku family, of course, you've got, like, the Carnival LR Goku, the Tech one, you've got, I don't know, you've got the EZA Tech God Goku, you know, there's the AGL EZA Gohan, so there's already a lot of good slot 1 options, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal, but as I said many times in the video already, getting locked or getting sealed can still be a very big issue with this guy, because that's pretty much restricting what this whole card is about, right? And that's collecting key spheres and getting a super off, which, you know, restricting that is basically restricting like 90% of this guy's defense, so that's going to be a big issue. But anyway, we got the active skill right here. Let me make sure I have the skip off, which I do. This is going to do a lot of damage because this is a guaranteed crit, and he's already doing enough damage as it is, so let's just go ahead and play this. So another thing I didn't mention in the video is this guy is actually a what if card, obviously because Goku did die fighting Cell, but here's a card with Goku and Gohan. And yeah, it's a Dokkan what if card, which is the first time I think they've ever done something like that, which is really interesting. I hope they continue to do stuff like this in the future, because I do really like that as a concept. I kind of still would have preferred a Bye Guys Goku instead of this Goku and Gohan, but maybe they're saving that for another Android/Cell Saga celebration down the line, which I'm perfectly okay with, because this guy is still really hype. I mean, it's a Goku and a Gohan, but he goes Super Saiyan 2 in the active skill, right? So why isn't he on Power Beyond Super Saiyan? I don't know. I was looking at that the other day. I think I was taking him versus like Red Zone Broly or something, and I realized he wasn't on Power Beyond Super Saiyan, which is kind of weird because he just straight up goes Super Saiyan 2 in the card. But I'll say this, Dokkan is very inconsistent with their categories, so you know, I don't really put it past them to not have this guy on, you know, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, because they just, dude, they don't even know what half the categories on their cards are, right? I mean, there's so many cards where it's like, why would you do this? Like Gotenks, for instance. He's on Hybrid Saiyans, which makes sense, right? Because, you know, Goten and Trunks are both Hybrid Saiyans, so when they fuse, you know, Hybrid Saiyans still. But then, obviously, Gogeta and Vegetos aren't on Pure Saiyans. So something like that doesn't really make much sense. But Dokkan with their categories, as I said, does not make much sense. So, alright, on this rotation, though, we're going to be looking pretty good. We are going to have some support from the Carnival LR Goku. We've got a lot of, actually, we just have a lot of support in general. We've got 58% defensive support from this Gohan. We've got some defensive support from the Carnival LR Goku. We're going to have 7 out of 7 links. So just a crazy rotation. Start of turn, we're at 231k defense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nuke with him right here. But because this guy gets attack and defense per key sphere obtained, like, a nuking turn is going to be insane. Like, just, you'll see, right? You'll see. His defense is about to get crazy after we collect all these key spheres, which we're only going to get 16. Okay. Wait, actually, I have this. I forgot. I could just use that, and then, there we go. So, a full tech key sphere field. So, 23 key spheres, and then after all of those, our defense jumps up to, yeah, 331k defense. So, after all of our supers and everything, we're going to be around 1 million defense. which obviously is very good, but this rotation is very unrealistic. You're never going to get a full field of tech key spheres just out of the blue, unless you bring, obviously, orb changing items, which I guess you can do if you want to just, like, nuke an event. Like, for instance, take this guy in the God event. If you want to just bring some nuking items, you know, you got this guy slot 1, you go ahead and pop the items, and then you hit basically a 30 million attack stat with virtually a guaranteed crit and a guaranteed additional. Yeah, this is pretty much one-shotting anything in the game, so that definitely is very good. Yeah, almost 20 million damage, too. Just insane. I mean, yeah, that's one thing about this guy. His damage, it's going to be great, right? There's not really a situation where it's not good. I mean, even if you get, like, 3 key spheres, you're still going to be hitting, like, at least, what, a 7 million attack stat? And, of course, with 3 key spheres, you have a 15% chance to crit. So if you're getting the crits off, your damage is still going to look impressive. But I just think defensively, this guy can look pretty wonky because, again, in those, you know, situations where you only get 3 key spheres, you're not going to be looking good defensively because you're missing out on so much attack and defense, and it's just not really going to be good for him in terms of that. But still, a very good showcase from him. I think Red Zone Broly will probably be a really good fight for him, so let's go ahead and cut to that and see how good he's performing in there. Alright, so we're here fighting Red Zone Broly, and I wanted to show this rotation right here because we're going to have a lot of links active, we have a lot of support, you know, 255k start of turn defense, and we're going to get 9 key spheres, so a very good rotation. You know, there's no nuking items going on right here, so this is technically just his performance. I mean, even though we do have a lot of support, you know, nonetheless, still 300k defense start of turn, and then, of course, with all the attack and defense we get on Super, this guy's going to be looking really good. So as long as this Gohan doesn't kill right here, which I don't think he will, I mean, yeah, 3.5. If this crits, he might kill, and if we get an additional, but surely we won't, right? Okay, well, he's stunned, but that's fine. We can still see this, so... yeah, 12.8 million attacks, that, yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. We didn't get the crit off, which is surprising. We got, what, 9 keys here, so we had a pretty high chance to crit, but the additional is still going to kill. So, yeah, I mean, just a very crazy turn for him. You get 9 key spheres, it's pretty much just game over, because the amount of damage he's going to be doing, it's just going to be ludicrous. So, alright, what we'll do is we'll put God Goku in slot 1, yeah, we'll get these 5 key spheres with him, and then hopefully some of these physical key spheres will drop, which they did. But, okay, only 6 key spheres, so we're not even going to get a 24 key super, but still fine. 245k defense, we have a lot of support. We still have, like, All in the Family and stuff like that active, so we still have, like, the really important links. Now, God Goku should be fine in slot 1. Okay, yeah, he's getting supered. Perfect. If the Gohan got supered, or the Goku and the Gohan, pretty sure we would have died. I think, because this Broly still hits really hard, right? I mean, this guy can absolutely catch you off guard. I think his super attack hits for near 1 million, which isn't as hard as, you know, the final phase or something like that, but that is still very difficult. So you do want to watch out for this Broly. I mean, if he supers you type disadvantage, you could easily just get one-shotted, right? So, alright, almost a 10 million attack stat. Can we crit? Well, yeah, okay, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, we got the additional, because I'm just trying to finish this phase off. Now, the AoE phase of Broly is going to be a little difficult. I think I brought some Whis items, right? Wait, I got to double check, because if I didn't bring Whis items, I think we're dead. Let me just make sure. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but... okay, I did bring Whis items. Okay, so yeah, we got to pop both of these, because, yeah, this isn't going to go too well for us if we didn't pop those right there. Hopefully, Carnival LR Goku can do a lot of damage, and then, you know, we can just be looking good, because I want to run through this phase as quick as possible, because this phase can easily destroy us, because, obviously, LR Goku and Gohan need to get their super off to get most of their defense, and if AoE Broly, well, does the AoE before they super, then they'll just get completely turned into pieces, right? They'll just get destroyed. Okay, so, ooh, they can pop their active skill. Yeah, this is perfect. Alright, so we're definitely going to kill. I'll turn the skip on because we already played this in the video. So now they have guaranteed crits. So their damage is going to be insane. Actually, we can throw them in slot 1. Because we're going to get 7 key spheres right here. Now, okay, this is going to be tricky. Because I don't want to leave the LR Goku and Gohan with God Goku because he doesn't share All in the Family with them. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get the other Goku and Gohan on the next rotation we see them anyway. So I think we'll actually be fine right here. I think. We'll see. I mean, still, look at that. 350k defense. That's just so insane. That's just crazy because all the attack and defense they get on Super, it really is just crazy. So we're just going to casually hit over a 10 million attacks. That probably going to crit right here for like 10 million damage as well. I mean, yeah, they're just insane, right? Okay, so not 10 million, but 6.5. Yeah, the damage is just, it's definitely top tier. So then on this next rotation, I think, yeah, okay, we have the Goku and Gohan, like I was saying earlier. So we are, in fact, going to have a lot of links active. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to throw him in slot 1. Yeah, okay, so as long as his first attack is a super, we should be fine. With the 8 key spheres, we jump up to 197k defense. Yeah, we'll just play this just because, I mean, he's probably going to die anyway. So we'll just throw him in slot 2 so he doesn't die. And we should be fine. Hopefully we could take a super to see how much damage he takes. Okay, 83k. That's a lot, but that's about what I expected. I mean, start of turn, you know, of course his defensive stat is very low. So then now that we get all the defense from the super, we'll get the additional super. If we could get a triple super, and then we'll take one normal, see him tank double digits, and then we'll take a super attack from Broly after that, that would be perfect. Okay, so no triple super. But yeah, we're easily taking double digits from Broly. I mean, obviously, right? You know, his type advantage, he's like 800k defense. Yeah, he definitely is, he's definitely taking double digits from, you know, normals at least. But in terms of his super, don't really know how well he would tank. Okay, of course the Gohan is getting supered. He didn't get the counter off, or the evasion, I guess. Although maybe his evasion is for like armed supers or something. I'm not too sure about that. I'll have to check. But yeah, still a pretty good showing. I mean, what was it, 85k from the first attack? That definitely is a lot. That definitely is a lot. But you know, in the right situations, you have him in slot 2 most of the time. You'll just be taking double digits. Oh, dude, this is not good. This is not good. I mean, okay, yeah, we'll throw him in slot 1. Hopefully Broly doesn't super in slot 1, because if he does, then I think it's pretty safe to say we would die. We're going to pop some items right here. Keep in mind, these are not nuking items. These are just orb changing items, so this isn't affecting his attack stat or anything like that. This is just giving us key spheres. So, it'd be the same thing as if we just got 11 tech key spheres with our start of turn key sphere luck anyway. So, yeah, but okay, we're getting supered. Of course, we're getting supered. We're going to survive this, though, I think, because we did get some extra defense, right? So we're going to survive. Yeah, we did, just barely again. Man, we've been going through this turn, or these past couple turns with some very low HP. But, all right, yeah, we're fine. We didn't die. Thank God. We got the crit off, and we are at a 13.3 million attack stat, so I guess what better way to finish the video than with the crazy attack stat from the Goku and Gohan. So with all that shown, let's go and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, here we have Universe Shaking Strike, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan Gohan Youth. So starting off with our leader skill, it is Goku Family or Kamehameha, category Ki +4, and HP attack and defense plus 150%. So a pretty solid leader skill. I mean, it's only 150% to stats, so of course there's just better leads for these teams. But still not horrible if you're newer to the game or free to play. And then his super attack effect is at his 12 key, he raises defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage. And then his 18 key super, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage. So pretty solid super attack effects. I mean, the defense on both 12 and 18 key is definitely really nice, especially with all the additionals he has. So really good there. And then his passive is that he gets attack plus 59%, he gets defense plus 58%, start of turn. And then he gets an additional attack and defense, and then chance of performing a crit, plus 5% per key sphere obtained. He gets an additional attack plus 59%, and then defense plus 58% when performing a super. And then he gets another 59% attack, and then 58% defense if it's an ultra super attack. And then he gets an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained, and then he launches an additional super attack within the turn the character's active skill is activated, or when key is 20 or more. So, I mean, really good. A lot of crits, a lot of additionals, a lot of attack and defense. Just a good passive overall, even considering he's like a year old. I think maybe the only downside about his kit is that the start of turn attack and defense buff is pretty low. But as we already established, as long as you got him in like slot 2 or 3, he'll be fine. And then his active skill is the effect is that it massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and then within the turn activated, all attacks become crits. And then the condition is that it can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 59% or less, starting from the 5th turn from start of battle, or when HP is 58% or more, starting from the 7th turn from start of battle. So not the worst condition. You'll see it somewhat frequently in a lot of red zone stages, because in those events, you know, you are going towards turn 5, you know, turn 7 and all that. And then his links are Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So an amazing link set. And then his categories are Goku Family, Kamehameha, Joined Forces, Super Saiyans, Android/Cell Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, Bond of Parent and Child, and then Warriors Raised on Earth. So alright, that is the LR Goku and Gohan. Let me know what you guys are thinking about him down in the comments. And let me know who you want the Golden Week Part 2 LR to be for this year. And yeah, once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.